Okay, here we go. I'm going to record a session here. Okay, all the gyms that I'm working at are thinking about doing some live sessions. They're doing live sessions for a lot of things, not things that include equipment like cycle, but since they want to do it, thought I'd do a practice session here and record it. Check out things like sound, this microphone, the sound mixing that we're going to do. So if you have the Spotify playlist and you want to control your own volume, I'm going to start it. Okay, so go to my playlist. I have my settings, no mixing, so it's just going to go one song all the way to the end to the next one. And if you want to start together with me, okay, one more thing before we get started, set up all that kind of stuff. I'll post a separate video for that, so I'm assuming you've been through that. You have your own bike, you know how to set up. You might be outside. I'll try to cater to that as well. All right, get to that playlist. It's linked on the file. And 3, 2, 1, start. All right, so we're going to take you through a warm-up here. And I'll tell you about the workout as we're going. So just take some nice deep breaths. Okay, all we're going to try to do over these next 5-6 minutes, warm up the body, prime all of our systems, in through the nose, out through the mouth. You might want to match your hands in and up, out. Nice long exhales and down, in and up, out and down, just like we do in class. In and up, out and down. One more time. It's time to stretch up to the ceiling. Bring those hands out in front. Really extend those shoulders. Okay, we're going to take about 2 or 3 minutes. Just loosen up that upper body. Okay, if you're already warmed up before you get into this, you can skip these first 5 minutes and reach behind, or you can just ride along. I'm going to give you a lot of cues on body position and cadence. Okay, but the key to this workout, okay, make a chicken wing on one side, just stretch that neck, drop the ear to the shoulder. The key to this workout is going to be intensity. Okay, I want you to match intensity. Keep that ear down, look up. That ear to that side, look down. Okay, don't worry about your pedal speed too much. Just pedal at a comfortable rate right now. Roll to the other side. Make a chicken wing on that other side. Ear to shoulder. And look up. Still taking nice deep breaths here. And look down. Getting yourself mentally and physically prepared. Nice shoulder rolls. To the rear. 1, 2, 3, 4, and forward. 1, 2, 3, 4. Shake that out. Good. Loosen up that upper body. One arm over. And as I always say in class, keep the warm up and the cool down the same. Everything in the middle changes. If something else works for you, go ahead and do it. Those 50 minutes in the middle, that's where I'm coaching you. Other side. One more upper body stretch. Hand overhead. Lean to that side a little bit. That's it. Push down on that elbow. And other way. Hopefully you got some water with you. A towel. I'm on my own bike, so make it a sweaty mess. I'll clean it up after. Okay, I don't cue you up to drink. Make sure you hydrate. All right, anything else you need to stretch on that upper body, we're going to take a couple minutes just to loosen up the legs, go through our positions. Okay, so make sure you got just a little bit of drag. Body weight is supported. Okay, don't worry too much about your speed. Typically between about 80 and 90 right here on that warm-up. Okay, add just a little bit of resistance. Now we're just going to take it to a standing run if that works for you. Okay, we're going to use this during class. Okay, hands are either in 2 or 2 3.5 on the outside if you have a bike like mine. Okay, take it straight up, keep the pace about the same. Ride that out and return to the saddle. Alright, today's class, as I said, is one of my favorite kind of classes. It's intensity build. We're actually going to do two of them, about 20 minutes each. Okay, where we're going to build from 60% intensity or so, and I'll talk you through how to judge that, up to close to 100% going anaerobic. In between those two, we'll do some high intensity intervals. Okay, so ups and downs really quick in terms of intensity, some sprints. Add some resistance, slow down the pace, take it all the way up to 3. You will see I'm a rhythm rider, so most of the songs have a beat at the cadence that I pedal at. This song right here, about 60-65. Feel that rhythm. We're just going to do one little stretch, warm up the legs, kick the hips back, hover over that saddle, keep the chest high. Left, right, back to the front. All right, if you need more time to warm up, don't worry about it too much on this class because we're going to start at a pretty low intensity, okay, 60-65%. And we're going to get our pace up to about low 90s, right with that song right there. Stroke, 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 stroke. Okay, so this first set, as I said, about 20 minutes, 3 songs. They're going to get progressively slower, but our intensity is going to get progressively higher, and we're going to do that with resistance. So take this first song. If you need to get out of the saddle, stretch the legs, that's okay. But I'd like you to work on your form. Okay, so 60-65%. That is, if you have a heart rate monitor, it's a great way to monitor where you are. I'm at 65% of maximum. If you don't have a heart rate monitor, that's okay. You go by your perceived effort. Okay, so it should be comfortable. Okay, this is like if you're out for a long hike, something you sustain for hours. Okay, running an ultra marathon or going for a big hike out in the woods. Okay, so use this song, settle out the upper body, drop the shoulders, loose elbows. You want to be relaxed up here so that all your energy goes to the legs. Once you settle out that upper body, focus on your lower leg form, add a little bit of resistance. You will find the majority of your power comes in that power phase between 2 and 4 o'clock on the pedal stroke. That doesn't mean we neglect the rest. Okay, at the top of that pedal stroke, engage that hip flexor as you go from the recovery phase in the back. Around 9 o'clock where you're pulling up with a little bit with the hamstrings. Pushing forward at the top, pushing down, ankle flexors at the bottom. A lot to capture there. Key right now, focus on slowly adding resistance. This song's going to bring us down closer to 80. So if we're slowing down, the only way to get intensity up is add resistance. The song's a little bit longer, about 6 minutes. If you want, we're going to take it out of the saddle on the chorus. Your intensity should be pushing up a little bit. Those little stands will help. Here we go. First one. Take it up. Try to keep that pace right where you were. Round 80. Stroke, 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 stroke. Left, right, left, right, left, right. And down. Keep that going. Just checking my electronics. I might have to do that about every 10 minutes. Something I haven't figured out why the screen goes off. Doesn't mean you have to stop. Here we go. Round 2. Take it up. Might add a little bit of resistance. We're pushing squarely into that aerobic zone here. 70 to 75%. That's percentage of max, whether it's heart rate or your effort. Take it down. What does that feel like? Okay, I call it starting to get uncomfortable, but definitely sustainable. Something you can hold on to maybe an hour or two. So if you've overdone it, pull back. But if you're still very comfortable, pick it up here. We're going to be a while between 70 to 85%. That's your aerobic zone. Uncomfortable but sustainable. Words I always use in class. You spin with me, you know it. But as we move from 70 to 85, that comfort level comes down. That sustainability drops. Add a little bit. As we get to the second half of this song, I want you pushing to about 75%. I'm there. If you're not there, touch that knob and take it up. 4, 3, 2, 1, down. Pedal right through this music gap. And we're going to do some jumps on the back end if you want. Up for 8. 4, 3, 2, 1, down. 4, 3, 2, 1, up. 4. Jumps don't work for you. When we go up, add resistance. When we come down, take it back. 4. Down. This is going to get your heart rate up a little bit. 2 more. Up. Down. Last one. Up. 4, 3, 2, 1. Down. Ride that out. 90 seconds left on this one. Final song of this part of the class is the longest one. 12 minutes. We're going to really simulate a hill. So, check yourself. If you're still sustainable, that's great. If you've gotten a little bit too much, take a little recovery. Don't exceed 80% right now. But if you need to build a little momentum for that final hill, take these last 60 seconds, do some 4-count jumps. I'll guide you. 2, 1, up, 2, 3, 4, down, 2, 3, 4, up, down, up, down, down. Sweat should really be pouring now. Up, down. down, wherever you are, stay in that saddle. Final 20 seconds, I want you to start bringing the resistance. Let that resistance slow you. So make sure you add enough. You don't start recovering. We're around that 80% mark now. This is like you're a runner, maybe a 10K pace. Okay, so you can hold on to it, I don't know, 30, 40 minutes. But as you can hear, you cannot carry a conversation. You're going to be elevated respiratory rate to match that elevated heart rate. All right, this song is going to give us a very nice one pedal stroke every second beat. So return to being mindful about your body position and your pedal rate and your stroke. At the slower speed, you got more time to think about it. Every time that pedal stroke comes around, that power phase at 3 o'clock is easy. But the rest of that pedal stroke is often neglected. Use those hip flexors at the top. Use those hamstrings in the back, ankle flexors at the bottom. And you might find, as you're more mindful, relaxed upper body, putting all that energy into the legs, you can handle more resistance at the same intensity. So 10 minutes to go, which means we're past the halfway mark of this first sequence. And until the last 3 minutes, you gotta work on staying aerobic, staying sustainable. We are gonna use all our positions. This final song, you always have the option. You can always bring it back to the saddle. Okay, so cadence, position. I'm gonna put out a recommendation there, 60, and we're gonna change things up. But always feel free. If you're more comfortable at a different cadence, different position, go for it. What I want you to follow is the intensity build. 80% and going up now. So if you're keeping your cadence constant like me, the way to go up, add resistance. This is a pretty heavy, pretty big gear. And like we often do on hills, we're going to take it up out of the saddle. I'm going to use position 3 here. Okay, different bikes have different hand grips. Feel free to do what works for you. Same cadence when we leave the saddle. Body has a tendency of slowing down. Don't let it. Here we go. We'll take it up for 90 seconds. 2, 1, up. You might get a little burst of energy here. You can handle a little more resistance. Take advantage of it. Listen to your body. But again, stay sustainable. Still got a long way to go in class. And I do not want to go anaerobic till the final 3 minutes of this song. Really, final 90 seconds, that's where we hit it. So if you cycle with me before, you know how we finish class. 3 minutes of glory, right? Well, this class you got 2 chances to hit 3 minutes of glory. Time check. We got 7 minutes left. Should be in that 80 to 85% range. Keep going. Again, if you need to get a drink, try to do so without stopping, without losing momentum. Sometimes that's easier to do in the saddle. Okay, or if you overdid it, if you got a little anaerobic and you need to pull back, do it as quickly as possible, jump back in. This is definitely the endurance part of our work. Training for a race, okay? You done simulated races with me? Where do we live? 80 to 85% that whole time. That takes some knowing your body, understanding what workload you can handle. So we're gonna get both types of training today. We got this endurance working in that zone 3, that endurance zone, cardiovascular zone, aerobic. But we also have some anaerobic training, high intensity intervals in between these two cycles, and at the end of both of them too. All right, that's been at least 90 seconds. Bring it down. Maybe add a little, maybe not. Stay sustainable here. Five minutes to go. So here's what I want. I want that last 3 minutes where you're really pushing it. You're gonna go through your threshold at some point in those final 3 minutes. That threshold's somewhere between 85 and 90% of max for most people. I'm gonna do it up in 3, but I'll leave it up to you what position you want. I'm gonna keep it at 60 RPM. Again, I'm gonna leave it to you. So if you want to follow me, I'm going to do a 1 minute stand, straight up and down before that final 3. We're going to start that in about 15 seconds. Add a little bit if you want. Should be pushing right up to that aerobic, anaerobic threshold. Here we go, straight up. 1 minute right here. You want to give your mind something else to do? Try a little isolate. Same pace, same resistance. Take that bounce out. Oh, that will get the quads. But it's also going to jump your heart rate. So, if you're ready at 85%, stay right there. Here we go. 3:15. We turn it up for the final 3. Reach down, add 3 minutes of glory. Starts right now. This is gonna get unsustainable. It's like the end of a race. That's it. Feel that rhythm. Feel that heartbeat. Feel that resistance. minutes to go. You might add some. This is it. Definitely getting unsustainable territory here. You got recovery coming, so don't hold back. 90 seconds to go. Final minute. Music's gonna get a little quieter. You gotta push through it. This is your chance to really push yourself. Last 60 seconds. Everybody adds, everybody gets up if you can. Here we go. Stay on it. 60 pedal strokes, that's it. I know you can probably hear me breathing. I'll move the mic. Hold on for 30.
Wave emotion.
15, hold on.
Loveless. Brainless. Physics. Forgiveness. Eyes, hearts shine. Run to the sky.
For 5, 4,
And our love all around.
3, 2, 1. Settle back. Do what you need. Okay, I'm gonna fix our video here. And take whatever time you need to recover here. Okay, 90 seconds. It's a great sign of fitness. You can go from that peak back down to zone 2. 60, 70%, somewhere in there. So, probably took off a lot of resistance. Okay, if you took everything off, I don't want you to start bouncing in the saddle. Get yourself a little drag. We're gonna do some pickups here. Okay, don't have to be all out sprints. If you want to skip the first one, if you need more time to recover, totally fine. Otherwise, we're gonna get on it. 15 seconds. Here we go, pick it up. How do you pick it up? Speed and resistance. Pace of this song is about 110. No need to pedal any faster than that. 3, 2, 1, settle. Okay, you can pedal slower in between the sprints. Okay, but 110, if you've got a bike computer, you can see your RPM. If not, use that music or follow me. I'm gonna go 110 on these sprints. I'm slower here. Combination of speed and resistance, that's gonna dictate your intensity. We wanna hit about 90% on these. They're short. We got Tabatas coming. We'll save our 100% for that. Here we go, round 2. Turn it up, pick it up, 15 seconds. Almost there. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, settle. Do one more like that. That's gonna pick you up. Okay, might make you go anaerobic if you're pushing hard enough, but you got recovery in between. Very different from what we did at the beginning of class. Okay, these are up and downs. One more like that. Then again, we got Tabatas coming, so if you need to skip this one, feel free. Tabata is tough. 8 20-second sprints with only 10 seconds in between. Just treat this like a warm-up to the Tabata. Final sprint. Here we go. Accelerate and go. 15 seconds. Halfway there. 4, 3, 2, 1. Settle. All right. Good time to drink up if you haven't. All right, here's the thing. Tabatas, they're negatives. We have less time on the recovery than the sprint. So your power output's going to drop. But the key is try to keep your effort right there, 95, 100%. 20 seconds, that's it. Round one, in the saddle.
3, 2, 1, go!
Find that combination. Speed and resistance. Unsustainable, except for 20 seconds. Listen to that music. 3, 2, 1, settle. 10 seconds. Goes by fast. By the way, pace of this song, 96. Doesn't feel that fast for a sprint, but if you add enough resistance, you should be sprints on a hill.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, stop.
So if you're pedaling to the beat, 32 pedal strokes every sprint, 16 on the recoveries.
3, 2, 1, go!
So you can stay steady if you want
Round 3.
and just change resistance, or keep the resistance steady and change the cadence, or like May, do both. And we can sprint anywhere. I'm gonna do a standing run for these next two. Join me if you want.
3, 2, 1, go! Round 4.
All things equal, it's a little harder, especially at that fast pace.
3, 2, 1, stop!
Focus on your breath, especially your exhale in between. Heart rate lowers on the exhale.
Go!
Take it out, let's go. Come on,
5,
don't let the effort drop. Big recovery after these Tabatas.
3, 2, 1, stop!
3 more. I'm gonna ask you, really crank the resistance. Keep the pace on the lower side.
3,
Sprint on a big hill.
go! Round 6.
If that pace is between 60 and 80, that's your sweet spot for a big hill. So you're gonna be slower than this music. You can use any position
1, stop!
in that range, 60 to 80. I'm gonna take it to 3 for the final 2. Join me if that works for you.
1, go! Round 7.
Come on, 2 more. Not supposed to be easy. Oh, I'm sweating like a maniac.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, stop!
What do we got? Final one? Here we go. Make it the best.
5,
4, 3, 2, 1. Let's go.
Round 8. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2,
Ooh, settle. You got 2.5 minutes here. We got Iron Man. I know a lot of you like to call me that sometimes. I embraced it last year. Right, that was my Halloween costume. So if you like being a rhythm rider, like pedaling to the beat, this one's about 70. You'll find a lot of songs, a lot of dance songs, especially about 140 beats a minute. So if you pedal on every other stroke, that'll put you at 70 RPM. Left, right, left, right. So take whatever time you need to recover. Final 20 minutes, we're going to do like we did in the beginning. Ramp up from 65 to 95. So, which means you got to recover to get that started. As soon as you get there, don't over-recover, don't slip, okay, into full-out recovery. So, if you're fit, you're ready, add a little resistance, stay there. You can even add a little jump. 3, 2, 1, here we go. Up, 2, 3, 4, and back. 2, 3, 4, up, back. Do that and add as it gets you right back into the bottom of that cardiovascular zone. 1, up, 2, 3, 4, down. Up, 2, 3, 4, down. Couple more. Up, down. Lead with the legs, follow with the hands. Last one. Down. All right, I got more songs on this back end, but they're shorter. Okay? We are also going to work on pushing cadence. Again, cadence, I said, is all yours. Okay? So if something else works for you, if you want to build intensity more through resistance, that's fine. Okay, 90 RPM, that's most people's sweet spot. That's where you're going to get the most bang for your buck in your effort level. Most people in the saddle peak in their power right around 90. If you watch Tour de France, most cyclists are right around there. Lance Armstrong, 97. That was his sweet spot cadence. On this back end, we're going to work through the next 3 songs. Go from 90. So again, you should be very sustainable right now. 65, 70%. I'm right at 70. Keep it there. And we're going to slowly add if you want, so you don't tick down any further. And then, as the songs progress, we're going to get faster. So if you can do that at the same resistance, it's naturally going to let your effort and your heart rate and your respiratory rate raise. You might find you'll even need to take back a little bit of resistance as we go here. Try not to do that on this first song. 1 more minute. This next song coming up, a little bit different. I play everything, right? People request songs, I find a way to work it in. I like this. This is some African music coming up from Senegal. Courtesy. He doesn't even take my class. It's too hot, too sweaty. Max Mate. I linked his art page on the workout. Check that out. Some beautiful photography. He introduced me to this music coming up. It's got some really nice rhythm to it. We're going to be about 100, a little over, maybe closer to 105. So if you're struggling here, back off. But if you're getting comfortable, right on the verge of uncomfortability, pick up that speed. Match this song for about 4 minutes. So again, what does 75% feel like? 10K, maybe even longer. Something you can hold on to. 40 minutes an hour, maybe a little longer. Okay, you're aerobic. You're a little above that proverbial zone 2 fat burning zone. Zone 3 training here. So about 3 more minutes at this speed, and then 2.5 minutes at the top end of our cadence. That's going to get us into that top zone, zone 4 for us. Top zone of cardiovascular, 80%. And then final 2 songs. We're going to crush it. So feel free here. We got a long stretch in the saddle. You need to stretch the legs. Stand up. You need to change cadence. Do so. Just resistance. The key. Keep an eye on that heart rate. Keep an eye on that intensity. 75 up to as high as 80% right now. But I don't want to really exceed 80 till those final 2 songs. Nice little standing run. Will also probably pick up your heart rate if you don't slow down. Change up the stress on the legs. Get a little more quads up there. Very different from these sprints we just did. We're steady, we're sustainable here. Endurance training. It's going to begin to feel like you're in a race. So what do we talk about in those races, in those endurance classes? All right, we'll talk about 2 different ways to approach it mentally. Okay, some of you like to close your eyes, let the mind wander. And if you're that type of person and your body can stay on task, take advantage. Especially if you're on a stationary bike. You can close your eyes, you can't do that outside. But if you're more like me, if I let my mind wander, my effort comes down. So I start being mindful about what I'm doing, focus on every pedal stroke. How can I make that a little bit better? It starts with relaxing the upper body. Don't tense up here. Soft shoulders, neutral spine. Better find a little bit better form here. So we're going to pick up that pace, bring that cadence to the top end. Oh, California dreaming. I'm recording this during shelter in place, Easter morning. What is that, April 12th? Almost a month in. It's been 3 weeks since I'm in my second home, California. Oh, and when it's cold and rainy here, I'm definitely California dreaming. Oh, today's a beautiful day on the East Coast, though. No California dreaming for me. Happy to be here. Staying at home with the fam. So whatever you're doing here, we're going to find 80%. This is where we race. That is the level where it's quite uncomfortable. But if you're fit, you can hold on to that for at least 30 minutes. you're not there, make a change. Add, speed up, do what you need. You are not anaerobic. Save that. This is fast. This is as fast as we pedal. You lose a little efficiency up here. Just don't lose your form. If you start to bounce, slow down. Add resistance. Little side-to-side rock is okay. We're gonna slow it down for the final two songs. We're gonna really start cranking resistance. Next song might get a little explicit. My apologies. You've been warned though. Turn the volume down if that's not your thing. But I read somewhere it is one of the most intense songs in terms getting that adrenaline flowing, getting that endorphin rush. And here we go. Eminem, baby. Turn it up, slow it down, back to about 90. We're gonna jump here, we're gonna stand here. We got, let's see, 5 minutes. And then one more song, 3 minutes of glory. Don't lose that intensity here. You're gonna find your threshold. 85%, baby. Here's your rhythm.
Sometimes you just feel tired, feel weak. And when you feel
Stroke, stroke, stroke. If you're pedaling to the beat. 90, 180 beats a minute. That's a great rhythm to run to also. You're a jogger with a 4-foot strike. That's where you want to be. Got a whole playlist. I got playlists at every speed. Find it. Greg.Triana. We're going to take advantage of this beat. Do some up and down jumps if that works for you. A little longer, 16 pedal strokes. Here we go. Up. 8 more. 4, 3, 2, 1. Down. Till I collapse. That's the name of the song. 4, 3, 2. That's the mindset right here. Hold on to that threshold. 4, 2, 1. Down. Adjust if you need. Don't go anaerobic yet. Find that threshold. Hold it. Sorry, jumps ended. You can keep doing them if you want. We're going to go to 8 count. Next chorus. This is the home stretch. More mental than physical here. Just remember, your body is capable more than you give it credit for. Here we go in 8. 4, 3, 2, 1. Up for 8. 4, 3, 2, 1. Down. 4. Up. 4. Down. 4. 2 more. Down. 4. Up. 2, 1. Down. Last one. 4, 3, 2, 1. Up. Down. Ride that out. One more set. You guessed it. 4 count. Final minute. Right into our final song. 3 minutes to glory. Our chance to absolutely rip it. 4 count jump. Let's do 5 of them. 4, 3, 2, 1. Up. Down. Up. Down. I know it's hurting. Up. If it's not, you don't have enough resistance. Turn it up here. Up. Every time you come down, turn it up. Up. Down. Last one. Up. Down. Turn it up. Final song. 3 minutes of glory. You know what to do. Turn it up. Turn it up. Last chance. No regrets when this is open. You got any gas left in the tank, you got to empty it right here. Favorite part of class. You know, you got all day to recover after this song. We built up to it. Your body is ready. It's prime. Now, is your mind ready? Find a new high. 2.5 minutes, that's it. You should be adding, if you're not anaerobic now. 2 minutes to go. Time to go for it. "90 seconds. Turn it up, come on. This is it. Only you can find the top. Find it from deep down inside for this final minute. 65 pedal strokes. 1 minute left. Turn it up. Everything you got. You worked hard to get here. Work a little bit harder. Come on, 40. Last 30. Here we go. Final 10. Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. Oh, settle. Nice work. Ride it out here. Pedal and breathe. You worked hard. You are feeling it. Take whatever time you need. Take care of your body after your workout. Relax. Keep pedaling. Try to lengthen your exhales. Lower that heart rate. Helps to pick up the speed a little bit. Back 80 to 90.
with suspicious minds.
Just a little bit of drag.
And we
If you
can't
need to stand, whatever you need to do here. But when you're ready,
suspicious minds.
start it like we began.
Oh, friend, I know.
In through the nose.
As
As soon as you recover enough to do so. Match the hands with the breathing. It's going to be a little bit faster here. You're still elevated.
But here we go.
Stretch up. Oh, I got a ceiling problem here. Lean to one side.
You can't see the tears are real.
Oh, lean to the other side. You know me, I love to cool down to Elvis. Some nice big arm circles to the front. If that works for you, just like the warm-up.
Suspicious minds.
This works for me. Feel free to do your own thing. Oh, I miss teaching. Everything's a little harder when you got a coach. I feel like I'm talking to nobody. I hope you guys watch and enjoy. Okay. Give me some feedback. I'll ask for it on the email. Okay, we'll do more of these. We'll go to live sessions, even if the gym decides not to. Okay, I'm working out anyway. Might as well work out with you. If you need more time in the saddle, you take it. If you want to go through the motions, standing up, stretching on the bike, that's great. If you're on the road, continue your ride. Okay, if you want to do kind of proper cool down like I do in class, we'll do a couple stretches on the bike. Start at the bottom. So find your toe up. Behind the saddle is a great place on mini bikes. Okay, heel down, hips forward. We're stretching the calf. Now listen, like I always say, static stretches only when you're done. Okay, if you're gonna go work out, lift legs, something like that, do something dynamic, moving. I can show you some of that. I have plenty of videos up for that. Switch sides. Keep your static stretching for your rest days and the end of your workout. A lot of options here. I put a lot of stretch stuff on the website. You need to find it there. We're just gonna do my typical bike. Knees together, one leg straight. One more song to go here. Okay, bend down, bend at the waist. We're stretching the hamstring now. So bend at that waist. Reach forward. Okay, and on your next exhale, drop your toe. You might not be able to see mine. Drop your head, drop your hands. Really stretch that hammy. Hold it down there for a couple breaths. Curl all the way up. Switch sides again, knee together, my heel is down. Okay, toe is up, bend at the waist, reach forward, and exhale, down. A lot of people don't feel their hamstrings. Okay, that's the recovery, pulling up in the back, recovery portion of the pedal stroke. Okay, but if you're really mindful about your pedal stroke, you can engage the hammies too. Knees together. Use something for balance if you need. Okay, or grab it with both feet, both hands. Okay, hips forward here. Knees the line. Point that knee straight to the ground. Stretching the quad. Feel pretty good about that. Switch sides. Working up the leg. Calves, hammies, now quads. One more stretch. Little hip flexor. We call this a Hawaiian squat. Okay, so you're going to one-legged squat. Okay, knee out. Again, balance on something if you need. Okay, sit back on it. On the other side, I'll show you from the side. You should be sitting back like you're sitting on a chair here. See that? Open up that hip. All right, thank you. Hope that worked out. I'll look for feedback. We'll do more of these. Okay, I got hundreds of workouts. We'll align it with the Spotify. I'm going to check this, see how the sound works. We'll keep getting better. Give me feedback. And turn off the screen recorder.